Good morning, everybody. Good morning. The show is called TBR SSF Show. It is myself, the Saubrey Boyz Walefatshe, together with G-Man G. He's one of our own. We haven't seen G-Man G for quite some time, but we see him today. I'll tell you why we see him today. G-Man G, welcome to the show. Greet the viewers.
Thank you, Saubrey. Greetings to you, Saubrey, and greetings to the viewers. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, G-Man G, as always, even last year, you were in Durban for the Comrade Marathon, which is a very big event in our country. So tell us, what will you be doing there? And then when did you arrive? When is the race starting and all that? So let me give you the chance to talk about everything. How long did it take for you to prepare for the marathon? I know that my niece is also there, Linda Mabitle. She's running with her husband, what's his name, Ben Mabitle. So yeah, good luck to all of you guys. Just tell us a little bit about the marathon, why you are there, where are you currently?
Okay, thanks for the opportunity, Saubrey. On the 11th of June, Comrades is celebrating their 90th Comrade Marathon. And I'm one of the runners who will be lining up there for my 7th Comrade medal. So it's a down run starting from Pietermaritzburg to Durban. It's a very tough race, I must say. You can train very well, but on the day something can happen. So personally, I have the utmost respect for this race. But I think I've trained better than I did last year. So let's see what happens. I'm looking forward to the race. It's not going to be an easy race, I must say. As always, we always go there fit, but along the way things happen, and that's the lovely thing about Comrades Marathon. It always has these funny stories that we laugh about at the end of the race. I started training for Comrades last year in December. Sometimes I train alone, sometimes I train with a group of runners from Johannesburg South that we train with. Sometimes I train with my partner because she also runs. She's also doing a 7 tomorrow. So yeah, we'll see what happens on the race. And I think for the elite runners, it's we are likely to see a new record there. And I'm saying this purely because the prize money have gone up by 50%. I mean, the overall stands to pocket about $500,000. And I think it's a motivation for the elite runners. And my prediction is that we'll see a new record tomorrow, because of the stakes will be very high for the elite runners.
So the winner will get about $500,000.
Yes, from the guys and from the ladies. Prize money is the same. Yes.
And then it's a grueling marathon, as you say, from Pietermaritzburg. It's how many kilometers from there to KZN to eThekwini? Not the eThekwini, Durban.
Yeah, it's just under 87 point. It's 87.7. When you round it off, it's 88 basically.
88. It's a grueling one. Now, I know that it's not about the running per se or the winning per se, because the idea was to encourage people to have this endurance, resilience, to say, even if how tough it is in life or in business, in sports, in any field that you find yourself in, you need this intense preparation. Like you said, you started in December, and this is your 7th marathon. And then not only that, on that day itself, it's going to be tough. Now, even if it's raining, you guys run. You don't stop. You don't say it's raining. And then, so it's all about the endurance. And then we want to wish you good luck, G-Man. And then, yeah, let me also welcome Thabiki. Thabiki, welcome to the show. And then give us what is happening in the soccer fraternity. We know that the squad has been selected. Tell me where the people who have been selected. Don't mention all of them, but interesting names, and so that we move on to the new signings quickly.
Okay. Good morning to the viewers, and good morning to yourself also, Mr. Shabalala, and our new friend there, who's going to be running the Comrade Marathon. We have an interesting week or weekend ahead of us, I must say. The Bafana squad has been selected. We have two finals in CAF Champions League final between Al Ahly and Wydad Casablanca, and then we have Manchester City versus Inter Milan. And then you're talking about Bafana squad, interestingly, it's not interestingly actually. I'm not surprised actually to see many as I think it's 8 players from Mamelodi Sundowns. We have obviously the captain, Rowan Williams there, and then we have Tapelo Morena, Aubrey Mudiba. I won't call I won't mention all their names, but for me, I think it's a fair squad. Looking at what has happened during the season, these are the outstanding players we have seen. But there's one player I think it's lacking there from Mamelodi Sundowns. That's Motawi there. For me, he had a lovely season, but he was the notable absentee there for me. But either way, it's the coach's decision to choose who is going to be who's going to be using, who is he not going to be using. So yeah, that's the Bafana squad. If you want to have a look at the whole squad, you can check it out on our social media platforms. Yeah.
Still, we don't have Chiefs players.
Bafana does not depend on Chiefs players, and then yes, Chiefs is a big team, but then
I'm saying we still don't have Chiefs players. That's the question.
Yes, we don't have. Yes, we don't have.
All right, and then do we have Pirates players?
Yes, we have.
Who's there?
I think Saleng. Saleng, if he's there, let me check. Yeah, Saleng only there.
Saleng and Innocent Maela.
Innocent Maela, and then Nkosnati. Yes. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Nkosnati.
Yeah, I mean, it's Nkosnati CBC, the defender.
All right.
The one from Golden Arrows. Yes.
He's not there.
Sorry?
Koki's not there.
No. No, he's not there. He's not.
All right. Now it's fine. It's a selection of the coach. Let's respect it. And let's see what's going to happen. Now, let's move on. What are the signings? You have the new signings?
Signings, there are a lot going on. Messi, the big one, obviously, during the week, that has obviously upset some of the people from Barcelona, Spain, or all over the world, people who were looking forward to Messi going back to Spain, Messi decided to go the other way, decided to go west route. And
the Messi one, I'll be giving more detailed about that one. I mean, the local signings.
The local signings, I think it's still early to say because no team has announced. So I don't want to go live and say this is what's happening. I've had 90%. Who's this? The player from Mendieta from Stellenbosch, his deal with Mamelodi Sundowns is 90% done, but some of the publications saying that he's already a Mamelodi Sundowns player. And then the one that I can actually just say this one has happened is the one for Jude Bellingham of Borussia Dortmund. That one was written, in the book that he's going to go to Real Madrid. So they will be unveiling him in the next coming week. Obviously, Liverpool has signed Alexa McAllister of Argentina. So those are the ones that I can speak about that the teams have obviously confirmed on their pages, and but the other ones, they're still pending. Looking at the one for Arsenal for this guy called Rice from West Ham, their captain, I think the deal is obviously almost done also there also. So, but we still have to look at it until it's done. We can't even talk about it also. So yeah,
let's move on.
Let's move
G-Man.
on. Yeah.
Al Ahly versus Wydad, and we know that Wydad is one of the toughest teams that has always been giving Al Ahly some difficulties. Who do you think will walk away with the title? And remember, the experience also counts. Al Ahly has won several times, and they're already leading in this game. So let me hear your opinion.
It's going to be a tough battle, Pastor, I must say. Two North African giants facing off for the second leg. And Al Ahly in pole position because they're leading 2-1 as things stand. I see a very tense battle like it was in the first half. Teams which normally use referees, with their dirty tactics. Both Al Ahly and Wydad, they are in the same WhatsApp group when it comes to using referees, bullying opponents. It would be interesting to see how they bully each other because they expect that build. But personally, this one I would give it to Al Ahly purely because of their experience, their cup pedigree. And the fact that they are sitting in pole position, leading one gives them an advantage, in my opinion. However, I must say, it's not going to be an easy battle for Al Ahly, playing away. But honestly speaking, I'll give it to them because even their coach seems to be a tactical acumen. He really knows what he's doing. I'm not saying the wider coach is not clued up, but he also proved against Sundowns that he can plan very well. So it's going to be a close contested affair, which in my opinion might even end up in a draw, or either nil-nil, which would then put Al Ahly in the driving seat. But I see a very close.
Okay, Thabiki, what's your take?
Yeah, for me, I think I'll also agree with G-Man there. I think Al Ahly will take it, Reason is that their cup pedigree speaks for itself. I mean, they are a very confident team right now. They are on a roll, they have form. Pesitao is playing, he's currently the best player in the CAF Confederation, 5 goals, 5 assists. I think he's got maybe a goal or assist to give to Al Ahly again in the final. And then I forgot also to mention that there's a team that got promoted in the English Premiership. They are also monitoring Pesitao's situation. But even if Al Ahly lose, they'll still, I think what I've heard is that they will also go after Pesitao, even if Al Ahly lose the final. They're just respecting Al Ahly's space at the moment. But however, going back to the game, I think it's going to be an exciting one, tough one. Yes, for Al Ahly, they're going away, going to play in Morocco and Wydad. Those tactics are going to work, expect to see a red card, expect to see somebody else getting sent off and stuff. So yeah, it's going to be an exciting game to look forward to, Wydad are not gonna go down without a fight. That one I know. So they're also an exciting team. You saw how they beat Mamelodi Sundowns with tactics, obviously. They couldn't overpower Mamelodi Sundowns in terms of playing football, but tactics came through in that day. They just looked for where Mamelodi Sundowns was lacking, and then that's something that they will also be looking at the Al Ahly team. So yeah, looking forward to that game tomorrow night.
G-Man, we are also looking at the Champions League. And then tonight, we know that it's a big one. It's Inter and versus Man City. And then, but before I go there, I just want to show you this. It's a work done by Thabiki on our Facebook page. The worthiness of the players, the local players. Lyle Foster is worth 9.9 million euros, according to the source for Thabiso. Tebogo Mokoena 2 million euros. Pesita 1.5 million. Chapela Morena 1.5. Lebu Matiba 1.5 euros. Hlongwa 1.5 euros. Kigindoli 1.4. Ronald Williams 1.3. Aubrey Madiba 1.3. Tulani Serrero 1.2. Do you mean Mkwena is worth more than Pesitao? Thabiki?
For me, I understand, right, but I can't also explain it. I was also confused myself. We had an argument with Thabinho also, like, how is this even possible that Mokoena is worth more than Pesitao, a player obviously always playing in the highest, in one of the best leagues. Obviously, Mokoena is playing for Mamelodi Sundowns, one of the richest teams, also one of the biggest teams in Africa, But looking at where Pesitao comes from, we don't know how they use or what criteria they use to select or to give the amount, how they arrived at the amount. They should give us maybe the breakdown and stuff, but that's how it is. But however, I still believe Pesitao, he's one of the most expensive, yes.
Let's go to the coach. Mourinho is leading in terms of European titles with 5, Ancelotti 4, Emery 4, and Trapattoni 4, and then Paisley is 4, Zidane 3, Benitez 3, Ferguson 3, Guardiola 3, Van Gaal 2. Or no, Guardiola 2 and Ferguson 2. Now, if Guardiola wins here, will it also take him to 3 if he wins tonight? Now, let's look at this game tonight. Man City and Inter Milan. Jimen, I know that you always have good knowledge of football. What's your take on this one?
It's gonna be a 3-minute game, I must say, between two giants, the Man City and Inter Milan. But I would put my money on Inter Milan, not because I don't trust Pep Guardiola, but I don't know whether he seems to struggle in the CAF Champions League, to prove himself where it matters most. The stage becomes too big for him. I know he has lost. He has lost quite a few cup finals, in the CAF Champions League, and I also don't think he will win this one. That's my prediction. He's playing against an Italian team, a team that's very good on attacking. They don't play your tiki-taka, your good football, but I think they will play very well for Man City. At the end of the day, I think Inter Milan for me will take this one.
Inter Milan will take this one, according to you. I don't know. Pep, I think, is hungry. And this is one of the big trophy that he has never won outside Barcelona. All right? And taking into consideration the momentum of the Man City players, don't forget that the element of 3 trophies, the treble, is playing a big role in the psychology of the players. Thabiki, what's your take?
Yeah, for me, I'd also kind of agree with Jimen on this one again, a little bit, because knowing Italian teams, they're very good on transition football. They can just sit back, close all the spaces at the back, frustrate Manchester City, just wait for that opportunity. Looking at their strikers, they have Martinez, they have Lukaku, they're people who are good with transition football. Lukaku can hold the ball for his players to come through, if Inter Milan just become smart in this situation, not try and fight with Manchester City for the ball. Just sit back, because you're not gonna win the ball if you try to go one-on-one with the likes of De Bruyne, Gondogan, you must just, sit back, just close the spaces so that they cannot be able to supply. I mean, Haaland and then your Silvers, just try and close the spaces down. Let them play with the ball in their own half or just there at the center of the pitch. Because if you try, challenge them, that's when they will rip you apart. So I think, the Italians, they're very good in defending. Obviously, I've known that ever since I started watching, the first World Cup in '94. So I've seen how they play, Italian football, your AC Milan, your Juventus, they're very good at the back. It's not easy to rip them apart, So if they just play that typical Italian football, closing down the spaces, managing Manchester City, just look for that one, opportunity just to score. And I'm telling you, if Inter Milan just scores one goal, I think for me, the game will be over. You might even see Manchester City losing 3-0 at the end of the night. But either way, Manchester City for me are the strongest team, are the favorites, but I like to see an Italian football having a say in this, in this final also, giving us that typical Italian football also versus the English football. Thank you.
My prediction, I think Pep Guardiola is going to take this one. They are really hungry. They're really hungry. And then they are looking at the treble. Remember, the last English team that did treble was Man United, and they want to emulate that. For them, winning the FA Cup was a good stimulus, all right? And then I'm sure all those players are hungry. And as far as I'm concerned, with Pep Guardiola, players not being assured whether they will start or not, he can start any player, they're all eager. For me, I see Pep Guardiola winning this one, although he may win with a very close margin, but I see him taking it. Let's go to Messi. It's a big one. He has made a huge impact since he announced that he's going to MLS, and then it was a coup by David Beckham. He has done extremely well. And then now, let me tell you how Messi said. This makes me to continue to respect Messi. And I'm going to tell you what Pep Guardiola said. I think I got this one from either ESPN. I suspect so. I'm not certain about that. He said, there have been a lot of news around me. All right. I really, really wanted to join Barcelona. Okay. And then he said, I heard them talking so many things. But what was worrying Messi was they say they were going to sell players and lower players' salaries. And the truth, it says, he did not want to be part of that arrangement. All right? Because a lot has been said about him while he was still there. They were saying he has influence. He decides who's coming in, who's not coming in at the club. He decides on the coaches and so on. So Messi said, my name has been used many times, all right? And then now, looking at this as it unfolds, and now they want to lower the players' salaries, and then this was going on. This was going to continue, all right? Sometimes we always complain and say some rumors, we need to suspect them. Some rumors, I've learned something. Sometimes rumors are good because they lead you to a bit of truth. I'll tell you why I might say that if I go further, as far as this is concerned. Messi said, I didn't see any commitment, the level of commitment. For me here, the person, I know Barcelona fans wouldn't like to hear this, but this is my opinion. Laporta is left with the egg on the face. Xavi is left with the egg on the face, all right? Then Messi apparently said he was aware that some board members were not willing to see him coming back, all right? And then he said, I want to be in charge of my situation. I don't want people to decide like what happened in 2021. As a result, I'm gonna take charge of my situation and ensure that I decide my future, not allow my future to be decided by some other people. All right. And then he said this made him to decide. He said the respect to Barcelona. If I don't join Barcelona, I don't want to play in Europe. I'd rather go somewhere. But again, for him not going to Saudi Arabia, it shows how Messi is not about the money. Although this deal is worth a lot. Now, let me tell you how this deal has been structured. Adidas, which has been Messi's sponsor for all the years, they are the sole sponsor of the league of MLS. All the teams there are wearing Adidas, all right? Adidas have said from when you sign, but let me qualify it, he hasn't put a pen on paper yet, but it looks positive that it's going there. When you sign for Miami, you are going to get the profit on the sales, part of the profit on the sales from the day you come in, all right? And it's gonna be huge. And Apple for that matter, they are the broadcasting sponsor of MLS. They said, we are going to recruit more people after you're coming in. And then every profit that we get there, you'll get a share. And then it is also said he will have the opportunity to own a stake in Miami team, all right? Not only that, Messi has properties, businesses that he runs in Miami. It has always been part of his plan that at the end of his career, he wants to go and play in Miami. And then now look at the coup that has happened by David Beckham.
Don't forget this. Don't forget this one.
Just hold on. You'll mention what I have forgotten. Miami,
okay.
America will be hosting Copa America. All right. Not only that, they will also be hosting World Cup. And Scoloni said, as long as Messi wants to play, I'll consider him. I'll play him. And Pep Guardiola has been always warning a lot of people to say, with Messi, you don't have to argue and say this and that. Just leave him. Just leave him. Don't tell him anything. All right. Messi wants to be shown that he's loved. As far as how this panned out, that's why I was saying the rumor. It was rumored that Xavi, when he was requested to come and join, he was dilly-dally. The rumor was saying, he said, if I go there, what am I going to tell Messi? What am I going to tell Busquets? All right. I thought it was a rumor. But the last message that he issued last week, this one is the message that I got from Top FCB. Prior to this, prior to Xavi's response, Xavi was once here had said, no, Messi's gonna join. Everything is set up, he's more than welcome, but it depends on him. I picked up a rumor that Messi on trash was angered by that last statement when he says it depends on him. Now, it was putting Messi on the bad light. I'm very, very worried why Xavi. That was a rumor when I heard it, and then Messi confirmed that to say that statement. I was a little bit worried because it was peeping Messi against the supporters. Remember, the supporters have been saying that Messi should come, and this one I got this one from Talk FCB, and then he says this is Xavi. That this is the statement. The statement I'm talking about is prior to this one. He said, now, it was coming as if it's me. And then they know it very well that it's not going to happen. He said they did it in 2021. And then I agreed, everything was done, and I was prepared all of a sudden. That is why I'm saying Laporta is left with the egg on the face, because when he campaigned for his presidency, he assured everybody that I'm going to make it a point that Messi become part of the team. Even now, that's what he said. But now, as Xavi now responded, he said, I was convinced that Leo could help us a lot. The decision depended on him. He was very excited, but the decision was his. In the last few days, I noticed that Leo didn't see his return in such a clear terms. But I wonder why Xavi was using those words, as far as I'm concerned, because I expected Xavi to use other words, not the words that he has used for me, because I still ask myself, maybe it was true when they said Xavi at some point was, to say it depends on Messi. Why were you saying that? Because we know it as much as I know that it was the issue of La Liga. La Liga had to, they had a lot of issues as far as that is concerned, all right? So for him to say, I can understand that he doesn't want such much pressure anymore. He wants a calmer life for his family. We have to respect that. He still has my love and support. Well, this for me, it's a lesson in life that never. Well, I'm not saying this is what is happening. It's my opinion, it's my analysis, of which I'm entitled to it as a human being, as I study the situation. Xavi played with Messi. All along, I thought they were good friends and all that. And then I saw when Busquets left, I won't be surprised Busquets and Jordi Alba join MLS, Miami, with Messi. Di Maria also. I'm not, that is why Messi wanted to make a decision quick, because I think when he met the two in Spain, I think they were discussing the situation. So now they were waiting for him to lead so that they can also follow. All right. Remember, David Beckham wants to make that league a super league, and then he's already going closer to achieve that goal. And then he said, "This is Xavi." It was actually Jorge Messi who told the club that Leo won't be returning. We have to understand that being Messi is never easy. He never has peace. For the last 2 years, he has been unhappy. So for me, I think these guys, they owe him a lot. He has done a lot. I don't know how are they going to mend the relationship. It really looks that the trust has broken between the team. But MLS has benefited a lot out of this. So they have benefited a lot. We have seen the number of uh, um, followers on Instagram doubling. In fact, they didn't even double. It was tetra. The number was tetra because Miami had about 1 million followers. In 24 hours, they had about 5 million followers. So for me, they had a lot to explain, these guys of Barcelona. But he continued to say, the Culis, I love you so much. You have been always been nice to me. I'll continue to love you. Just like he did when he did with with PSG, when PSG wanted to put him in a bad light, and then he responded, he showed respect, and I think this was a proper way to respond. And then, because how can Xavi continue to say it's up to Messi when he knows that fair play was not on their side? And again, La Liga itself, they are to blame. They've been talking to Tobias to say, you know, you need to relax some of this to allow Messi to come in so that your league grows. I wonder what's going to happen to the league because they've lost Benzema now. They've lost Cristiano Ronaldo. They are losing Messi now as the league. Yes, Jude Bellingham is coming, but you can't compare Jude Bellingham with Messi. Now, let me tell you what happened at Miami. All their tickets for the season sold out. Sold out. That's the impact of Messi. All right. And then, you know, I'm happy for him. And then, so as you can see, David Beckham has done extremely well. David Beckham, when he went there 15, 17 years back, he pushed that league to another level, but this is bigger than what David Beckham did. They say the followers on Instagram are bigger than NFL, MLB, NHL, MLS, all right? Just remember this man has not yet signed, all right? But this is the impact that this man has done already. From 1 million followers to 5.1 million in 24 hours, all right? In fact, they say in less than 24 hours. These are the numbers that Messi has brought. Now, I can imagine. Now the tickets are sold out. They said even the prices have tripled, all right? The price have tripled. So now, this is what you need to understand the impact of this man as far as football is concerned. I think it was a mistake. People should have listened to what Pep Guardiola was saying about this guy. You don't have to, you know, treat Lionel Messi differently. Don't treat Lionel Messi like everyone else. Now, what's part of it? This was very embarrassing to see Barcelona coming up with statement, and then it's more embarrassment for me. You know, Laporta could have just kept quiet because now he makes things worse. Where have you ever seen once you have lost the player? Remember, Messi was not even playing for Barcelona. Then they come out, said, I understood and respect the decision made by Messi to want to compete in a league far from main focus and pressure. What does this mean? Does it mean Messi was afraid of pressure, in which he has been subject to in recent years? You know, I rest my case. Laporta has shown his true colors. I always respected Laporta to say he's a great leader. But coming up with this statement, Ronaldo left Madrid. We never saw Real Madrid coming up with a statement. There is no team that has come up with a statement after their player has left, except to say, we thank you for what you have done for us, but this was a low blow. And the MLS, they also issued their statement. We are pleased that Lionel Messi has stated that he intends to join the Miami and Major League Soccer this summer, although work remains to finalize a formal agreement. We look forward to welcoming one of the greatest soccer players of all time to our league. Thabiki, let me see your picture. And you wanted to say something quickly. What the time is against me?
Okay.
Say something.
Okay.
Let me see your picture.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
No, it's struggling.
I'm struggling with network now.
Yeah. Say something. You wanted to say something?
Okay. Yeah, the things that I wanted to make. Yes. The things that I wanted to mention was that Messi will also be getting also for the broad, and then Argentina Football Federation will also be building a headquarters in Miami also. So those are the also important things that people should know, that the MLS will be giving Messi a percentage for the broadcasting rights also. Argentinian Football Federation will also be building a headquarters there, since the World Cup will be going to the United States in 2026. So this one is a big for the USA. Football will be growing.
Right.
Football will be getting the economy.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, and then you have said something very important. For more, Argentina Federation will even get money. some percentage, you know, on this deal. So this is big. He's still thinking about his country. All right. They are going to get money to build Argentinian football. G-Man, what do you want to say in your parting ways?
I think Messi was basically more than anything. I think Messi was securing his pocket, you know, and then not only for himself. I mean, there's also, you guys just mentioned the federation being involved, standing to benefit. Well, it felt like a sucker punch to Barcelona, you know, because for me, I think maybe what they were putting in table for Messi was nothing compared to what he stands to gain with this Miami deal, you know. At the end of the day, he had to secure his pocket, and who can blame him though? Because he's nearing towards his end of his playing career. So I think more than anything, he had to secure his future.
Now let me correct that quickly, G-Man. If it was that, he could have taken the Saudi Arabia deal. That was worth more than that. Because let me tell you, I'm correcting it quickly. Okay. It was worth 1.2 euros, that deal of Saudi Arabia. And he went further to say, I'm even prepared to play for free for Barcelona. Now, let me tell you who screwed up there. The league. The league did not want to allow him to play for free. So it can't be shifted on Messi's door. The league must take the blame. It was too big. You know, in life, I've seen this. I've seen this happen to Joe Masono from Pirates. We've seen this happen to Ronaldo at Real Madrid. People are not grateful. At the end of the day, you're an individual. Look after yourself and your family. All right? This, for me, it's a lesson. All right? You know, when it happens to Joe Masono, we could not believe it. All right? When it happened to Ronaldo, after mentioning many times that, you know what, I don't want to move from Madrid. Do you understand? I rest my case. So I don't think it was about the money. It's just that MLS, they wanted to put something very good. And I think when he looked at it, looking at all those elements, he's going to be an ambassador. Remember, Saudi Arabia also wanted him to make him an ambassador. All right? In fact, he has already served that ambassador role. Messi's got money. He has made money. All right? So I don't think it was more of money than anything else. But I rest my case. But good luck to Lionel Messi. And we'll follow. And they'll lose some of us as followers. That numbers that they've increased, that side, they must expect it even from the other parts of the world. Thank you very much, gentlemen. G-Man, good luck for the race.
Thank you, Thank you, Pastor.
Thank you. Bye.
Sure.